I did not go looking for sheep wool. Actually, one of my old school bus kids brought this to me because he watches my garden videos. He said, I hear this is good for mulch. I knew that part. I didn't know was basically sheep wool is like a whole garden toolbox. At first, great sheep hair. It's gonna make great mulch. But I said, wait, hold on. I kept learning. Now this is straight from the sheep. It has not been cleaned or anything. That's what we want. We want it completely raw. Turns out it does more than just mulch. You can see the texture hopefully in there. See, here's what I actually found. You can bury a compressed pad, about a 6 to 8 inch pad of wool in your garden bed. And what that's going to do, dig down. My soil is still a little bit frozen, but just to show you, what it will do is it will soak up the rain and it releases slowly so that the soil doesn't swing wet to dry. So your plants, they stop panicking in between waterings, and then just cover it back up. Now as it rains, your irrigation, it will go through and moisture will be held there in the sheep wool. So it feeds the soil life before it feeds the plants. So that means that it is basically a slow fertility supplement, and not a quick green up kind of fertilizer, but a slow fertilizer that will be releasing for a long time. It actually helps your garden beds and your compost beds over time. Now, you can also put a thin pad just at the base as well of a plant. Just put it in the bottom like you would use your mycorrhizae, and then set your plant and then tuck it in. Now don't start roots directly on dry wool. Give it a soil buffer. Be less transplant shock that way and less babysitting. Next,
raw wool is put into burlap sacks and placed along damaged stream banks. In summer, it keeps the soil noticeably cooler. In winter, it does the opposite and holds the warmth.
now containers, they dry out faster. What I plan on doing is adding the wool under the root ball, and you can create a small underground reserve by putting this at the bottom of your soil ball and making sure it has that buffer. You're going to go longer between waterings. That's where you're going to notice it first. Wool is also good as a pest barrier. If you place a ring of wool around a plant, it deters slugs and soft-bodied pests. I would have saved myself some plants last year. You can also add wool to compost. That will hold moisture so that the microbes keep working instead of stalling. And just kind of tuck it in there and mix it in. It helps to keep that moisture. Now, if your soil truly lacks the nutrients, you're going to want to add compost. Wool does help. It won't replace that quickly. Take your compost, use that. This will break down over time inside of your garden beds. Because wool stabilizes moisture, it feeds the biology over time. It participates in fertility on a slower clock. It's not a miracle, it's a stabilizer that slowly becomes fertility. Just start with one bed or one pot and see how it can work for you. We're not inventing closed loop systems. That was already provided for us. What we're learning is how to take care of what's already been working. If someone gives you raw wool, keep it. Try one bed to see what happens come August. You can do this. We'll learn it together.